Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot, you tarot maniacs. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. In this video, we are going to talk about Gwyneth Paltrow's new video where Meghan Markle eats pie. Is it crow pie? No, I don't know. But we're going to talk about what all that means. I'll be right back. So we all saw the shade that Gwyneth, well, we all read it and we all heard about it. The shade that she threw at Meghan Markle in her Vanity Fair article, where she said, I don't know her. I've met her, but I don't know her. And then boom, all of a sudden, Meghan Markle is eating pie in Gwyneth Paltrow's kitchen with a smarmy look on her face. I know we all love that smarmy look. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of the energy around this. Is this a WME calculation? Is Gwyneth Paltrow changing her mind and now becoming chummy with Meghan Markle, a little Montecito neighbor? So let's take a look at it. Want to remind everyone before we get started that tonight I am going to feature Sassy and Shameless. My friends Kathy, well, Veronica and Kathy. Veronica is sassy, Kathy is shameless. I'm going to be featuring them on my live tonight. So you should be seeing this on Friday morning, general audience. My members do get my videos a little bit earlier. So I'm sorry, I have this one hair that's tickling my forehead. Let's get it over there. Let's get it. My hair is all over the place today. It is a no wash day. So we're going to be featuring them on my channel. I want to introduce you guys to them. They are going to have a health and wellness and mental fun time for us ladies of a certain age. So Generation X and up, you guys are going to love it. My demographic is very close to what they are aiming for. So I think you guys really will love their content. They're a brand new channel, brand new podcast, and I really want to give them a great start. I want you guys to meet them and see what exactly they're all about. If you like me, you're going to like them. So that's a reminder, 6 o'clock. New York time, they are going to be on with me, and we're going to read some cards as well. So stick around for that. So let's get back to this Meghan Markle, Gwyneth Paltrow weirdness. It's just so odd. I'm going to pull up the card view. Before I do that, hit the like button. I've seen nice subscriber growth over the last couple of days. So went a little flat for a little while, but now I'm seeing some more of you. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here. Let me know what you think down below, and let's make this card view nice and big. So let's start out with, we're going to do a vibe check, a little bit of a vibe check on both of them. Still working with the Madame Clara 5-cent tarot. We may even pull out that 2-penny oracle in this reading. That is this one. You know I love elephants. So let's see what energy surrounds Meghan's appearance in this video with Gwyneth Paltrow. What is the energy around this? Let's see what's going on. Now, we're talking about Meghan's energy. Well, actually, we're talking about the general energy. So let's see. If we see anything like Hierophant, Emperor, King of anything, this may be an engineered meetup between the two of them. So let's see what we got. 5 of Needles. This is a conflict card, but it can also be working together. It can be intense collaboration. Is this an intense collaboration between the two of them? 2 of Needles. Yes. So whose idea was it? Was it Meghan's? Nope. Was it Gwyneth's? Yep. Gwyneth said, let's see if we can turn this beat around. What is her motivation behind this? And this is true, her true vibe toward Meghan behind the scenes. So what she's seeing is someone who is not successful. She is seeing Meghan fall on her face. And so she's going, this isn't very successful. She's not going anywhere. Let me bring some magic dust to this situation. Is Gwyneth looking for a financial benefit from this relationship? Six of buttons. Huh. Six of buttons in reverse is not necessarily being it's not upright, it's generosity, giving charity, but there's something else here. There's something else here. What is this? What is this? Oh boy, the Madame Clara says we go from the Beyond, which is a dubious card in this deck. It's the 22nd card, or I'm sorry, 23rd card. It's a novel card in this deck, but we go from keyword of apathy to decadence to empathy. So I think that Gwyneth Paltrow couldn't care less about Meghan Markle nipping at her heels, trying to create a brand model very similar to hers. We saw the same thing with Poosh, with Kourtney Kardashian. Kourtney Kardashian kind of created her own branding with that template, with that Goop template. So this is, I couldn't care less, but you know what? It's almost like if I'm the Neiman Marcus, if Gwyneth is the Neiman Marcus branding for this kind of thing, and then Kourtney Kardashian becomes the Lord and Taylor version, I almost feel like she's making Meghan Markle scrape the bottom of the barrel, know your role and shut your mouth. Scrape the bottom of the barrel as like a TJ Maxx Marshalls kind of version. And we did see, as ever now, has makeup, some of it very inexpensive. Thanks to the Sidley twins, I did see that she had the makeup, but the Sidley twins did uncover that some of the cosmetics or beauty brands that Meghan Markle is promoting on As Ever, which is an affiliate landing page, I guess you would call it. They're not cruelty-free, which is disappointing. To be sure, a lot of cruelty-free is difficult to find, because even if you do find a cruelty-free brand of cosmetics or beauty products, sometimes the individual ingredients in there are still tested on animals. So it's really difficult to be an entirely cruelty-free consumer. I'm not discouraging anyone from doing that, but I think that she's trying to carve out a lesser place. It's almost like Gwyneth is kind of maneuvering her into this B, C, or Z level kind of branding. So interesting. What is her true feeling about Meghan, not the business aspect of it? Because I do think that this was a business engineer. What's her feeling about Meghan? Knight of Cups. I think she is being kind to assign her a role in this celebrity wellness space. She's being kind to assign Meghan a role in this space. Before I go further, what does Meghan think that Gwyneth is doing? What does she believe? Oh God. I snorted. Meghan really, she thinks that she's above Gwyneth Paltrow. She thinks that she is above Gwyneth Paltrow. She thinks she ranks better. And not because she's a duchess. I know everyone thinks that she really leans into that duchess title. I don't think she does. I think just the ego in her, I am built better than this. I belong in the upper regions. I think the same thing when and if she was working in the south of France or Monaco on some of those large boats. I think she had the same feeling, even if she was a hired hand, let's say a deckhand. You guys can change some of those vowels. Deckhand. You know, if she was a higher deckhand, she still felt that she belonged in that rank of yacht owner wife, that kind of thing. I think she always aspired to that, and sometimes you know, people do need to be knocked down a peg. Gwyneth Paltrow may in fact be doing that. What is the public perception versus the reality of this interaction? So we're going to look at the public perception on the left-hand side of my table, my magical table. Public perception, night of matches, night of buttons. This was a gig, let's say a gig, to present some kerfuffle to all of us, some media kerfuffle. Gwyneth Paltrow has been part of a media kerfuffle as well. Some time ago, there was a Jay-Z and Kanye concert in Paris. You guys can look this up. And she tweeted the N-word. And, you know, you don't get more white than Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm sorry, you don't. And there wasn't any backlash until into the pandemic, when people like kind of started looking at those things. So this is definitely subterfuge on their part, throwing us some of this. So what's the reality of their interaction? The beyond. They're messing with us. They are both effing with us, guys. So don't fall for the hype. Don't fall for the banana in your tailpipe. They are toying with us, the algorithm, and our attention span. And here I am doing a video on it as well. So I'm playing right into it. Sorry, guys. So let's go into you know, a little bit of this copycat controversy. We're just going to fold backward a little bit. We're going to go a little bit back in time. So was Meghan actually consciously modeling American Riviera Orchard and or as ever after Goop? Was she actually consciously doing that? Was that a purposeful effort on her part? So in her mind, she did not think that it was the same. Two of matches in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Matches. I almost want to say that she was like, I'm different. I'm different from Goop. It's not the same. It's not the same because I have wellness. Like, it's different. It's a different wellness. I think Meghan is, like, and to be sure, we're going to look at the TIG too. Let's look at the TIG. Was the TIG modeled after? Yes. Yes. The TIG was absolutely modeled after Goop. That was, she was like, oh, why don't I do this? You know, up here, there's plausible deniability that it was not modeled after Goop, because I'm a duchess. It's so different. I have a different experience from her. Hers is Hollywood. Mine is like post-royalty. But down here, when she did the TIG, and I have consistently said, when they left the royal family, they should have stuck with the TIG. She should have reopened the TIG. They should have done royal like me, you know, live a fancy life on a, you know, a budget that's being restored. She should have done that. It would have been wildly successful. They would have been from the bottom up, instead of trying to jump into that top echelon and cater to the 1%. She should have said, come along on this journey with us. We are leaving it all behind in Buckingham Palace, Windsor, wherever, Kensington, wherever we lived. We are leaving it all behind. We're walking away with nothing. We've got zero. And we're going to build back our empire. We are going to build back our life. And we're going to show you how you can live the same way, how you can craft this amazing fancy life out of nothing. She could have gone to thrift shops. She could have redone furniture. She could have, what is that? Upcycle things. She could have done that. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love getting old stuff and upcycling it, making it fun. Frankly, older furniture is much more reliable than newer furniture. Give me an old dresser over some $300 piece from IKEA or Bob's or wherever people shop now. I don't even know where people buy furniture because every time I go and look, it looks like a nightmare. So this, I think, yes, the TIG was modeled after Goop, was American Riviera. I can't even remember it. That old brand, American Riviera or As Ever. She denies that they were modeled after Goop. I think she says, well, they were modeled after the TIG, which, who forgets? It wasn't modeled, of course it wasn't modeled after the Goop. So what do Meghan's spiritual guides think about this? What do her spirit guides think about this? We've never done this. This is a first ever. Bum, ba, ba, ba. What do her spirit guides think about this? Number one, they think this is a good thing. They think it's good for her to partner up with Gwyneth. 2 of Cups, not to trust her. 9 of Cups. This is potentially where her manifestation could come true, but she needs to modify what she's doing. It's not going to be the $1 billion branding that she thinks it's going to be. It's just not. They want her to reevaluate her goals. Her goals are very materialistic, very pie in the sky. We've got all these cups over here, so it's very dreamy, very I wish I were a fish. It's not really terrestrial. And I think what they want her to do, is address the keywords on the devil and the 7 of needles in this deck. Addiction, confession. I think they want her to really acknowledge, our spirit guides, they want us to live our best spiritual life. They want us to ascend. They want us to feel the universal goodness, and they want us to live that best life and help people live their best life. The devil is very terrestrial, very greedy, very desirous of good things, and that's one of the tenets of Buddhism, is to not crave, not want. Through not wanting and not being materialistic, one can reach better spiritual heights. And I do think that they, this excess, this inability to have the amount of excess that she wants should nudge her toward a better spiritual development. So there you go. So is there real competition between these two, or is it media fueled? We're going to look at before and after. So was there real competition on the part of Meghan with Gwyneth before? Short-sighted. She just thought she could kind of be that same template. How about Gwyneth? No, Gwyneth is like, you didn't do what you had to do. 6 of buttons. I can't really even pay attention to you. So what about now, after that they've had this, collaboration? I can't call it anything else other than a collaboration. What about now? What about now? Competition with Meghan? No, she wants to work with her. She wants to learn and work with her. What about Gwyneth? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Gwyneth doesn't give a squirt. So is Gwyneth going to wind up on the podcast, Female Founders? Is she going to wind up on that podcast now? One card. I don't know. It's too soon to tell. So, all right, let's get going on this. So what's next? Will Meghan's brand succeed in the wellness space long term? Are we going to see some legs on this? Now, is this an energetic shift? Perhaps. But does this have an effect on her long-term success with this branding? Let's go 1, 2, 3 again. I think we're going to see another rebrand eventually, guys, but I think it's going to be within this capsule of what she's doing. She's not, the universe is in reverse, which is the last card of the major arcana. Or I'm sorry, no. The last card of the major arcana in this deck. So we are looking at the conclusion of this pathway, but we're not letting go. We're not letting go. It's in reverse. And keyword for this is decadence. Again, this is a great deck. If you guys are interested in it, Madame Clara 5-cent tarot. It's got keywords on it. It's really fantastic. It's very pretty. It's a high quality deck. You can get it on Etsy. There will be a link. There is a website too. You can get it if you're a new reader. If you just want to read cards inductively, just with the keywords, you can totally do that. So here, the decadence continues. And this greediness, in this case, the devil is really looking for riches, not developing spiritually. The Lover's card, we're developing a little bit more spiritually. This is more terrestrially, getting bogged down with that craving and that want. So then finally, we've got this Ace of Cups. This is a rebrand. If Meghan Markle is good at anything, she's good at abandoning and rebranding. So that's what we are really looking at, as a result of this. We're going to see her kind of bring it around again. But I do think it's going to be within the capsule of this affiliate marketing, which is so weird. Like, she went from dealing with the Queen of England, having a relationship with the Queen of England, representing the British royal family, to now doing affiliate marketing. I do affiliate marketing. I am a regular person here in New Jersey reading tarot cards from my office, from my magical office. Affiliate marketing is so far beneath what she was offered. It is absolutely ridiculous how far we have fallen. The branding is never going to change. Affiliate marketing is affiliate marketing. So, disturbing that she's doing that. So will Meghan and Gwyneth collaborate or clash in the future? Let's pull 2 cards on this. Let's see. How is collaboration going to look? Oh, wow. The Lover's card. To what benefit for Meghan? She's going to have to admit, 7 of Needles, that she's not as great as she thinks. And what is the benefit for Gwyneth? Gwyneth gets to prove that she is the queen bee in this space. So will they clash in the future? Will they clash in the future? Talking about energy right now. Will they clash? Here's Meghan. Oh, here's Gwyneth. Same cards, guys. Shuffled them. Meghan is still going to be this very materialistic person, and Gwyneth is still going to, she's on high. She is not going to get down in the mud and kerfuffle with anybody. Meghan will still be grasping at that brass ring, trying to get herself ahead. And Gwyneth will continue to go, I'm not bothered by this. I'm not bothered. I'm not going to even give this one iota of time out of my busy day. She can do her. You can do you, Meghan Markle. She's just not going to be troubled by this. So, you know what we always like to do here, and I know you guys are going to get mad, but we're going to give Meghan Markle a yellow brick road. All right, let's see what Megan can do for ultimate success in this. We know her goal is to be fat and happy billionaire. Let's see what we can do for her. Can she get there? What is she not can, what does she need to do to get there? Oh my god. So, famous fortunes. If I Famous Fortunes, who is a delight. I love Famous Fortunes. If you're not a fan of his, go check him out. He always gets the devil card for Megan. He always does. So this is really, she needs to, if she wants to succeed, she has got to keep her eye on the prize, which is fat and happy, fabulous wealth, fabulous goodies. What else? She needs all right, so this is a good thing here. She's oversaturated right now. I think everybody kind of knows she's oversaturated. She has lots of stuff in the market. Between and I'm going to say something. I'm going to say the negative marketing, the negative press about Harry, Bali, Invictus, all of the stuff that he's dealing with is saturating the market with her as well. So, keep her eye on the prize where she, that fabulous life, keep manifesting that baby girl. Over here, she needs to disappear for a little bit. This does not scratch the itch for her. But I almost feel like she has to, again, this is Yellow Brick Road for her best results. She needs to disappear, but show up on vacation, show up on the beach. All of a sudden, ooh, Meghan Markle's down in the Bahamas running around on the beach with the backs of her kids. Meghan Markle's down on the beach having cocktails. She's in Jamaica with her girlfriends. Oh my goodness, she's smoking. Greg was smoking. That's from the Brady Bunch. She needs, so if I was doing this reading for her, I would say, button up, baby girl. Button up. 9 of buttons. Get behind the wall. Stop marketing so heavily. Stop saturating the market. Paris Hilton is masterful at this. I love Paris Hilton. You guys know I love her. And she did do an episode of archetypes with Megan, and I thought I thought she was poorly interviewed, but represented very, very well. Paris Hilton is a fascinating creature and an amazing businesswoman. I knew this back in the 90s when I was there, but one of the things that Paris Hilton does is she disappears for a while and then shows back up. And everyone goes, "Ooh, what was Paris up to?" She did it with, she just had 2 children. She did it with both of the children. She did it with her husband, who I think is a delight too. I really like him. Her wedding was this big, splashy, multi-phased event. And we watched it like, people are like, she's a beautiful, sparkly jewel. So Meghan Markle needs to take a page out of her book, not disappear entirely, disappear professionally for a little bit. I know that the money won't be coming in, but this is a way, and showing up in, these paparazzi shots that, she doesn't have to call the paparazzi anymore because people are going to present her. So what if you get a bad photo? If the people down the beach go, "Oh my God, Meghan Markle's here with her kids. Holy crap. I can't see their kids' faces. They've got masks on like Michael Jackson's kids." Doing that, I think, does bring her into a more human, this whole like perfectionism. We need to see her warts and all as a human. And everybody makes fun of her. She looks stupid sometimes. She makes these stupid faces. She's, very disingenuous. But I think if we see her out and about living, not pretending to live, I think this gives her, even if it is negative press, it gives her more dimension, more depth. And it also kind of takes the saturation out of the equation. So I'm saying, stop professionally marketing herself. Stop sticking yourself out there. Stop shoving it down our throat how great you are. Stop. you've got the show out, you've got another show out coming, you've got the rest of it coming out in the fall. You're supposed to be doing this podcast. Disappear for the summer. Stop working for a little bit and give us all a break. Give us all a break. So that's what I think she needs to do. Disappear behind the wall for a little bit. A Where's Meghan Markle kind of campaign would do her well at this point, especially if she is going to split up with Harry, because I think it gives her time to cocoon and turn into something else. Being the single party mom may be a route for her. It may be a marketing part that she could sink her teeth into, and I don't mean like, going totally reckless like, Lindsay Lohan or Britney Spears, but dialing back this perfection. Oh my God, like I'm just a working mom. Disappearing, like women when they get divorced, this is my experience. I've seen a lot of women, they got loose and all of a sudden they're going on these crazy dates and you see it all over their social media. I'm out with this guy, having a great time. Now I'm at the beach with my kids. I think this is the transformation that we're gonna, that would be more palatable, that would be more marketable for her. So this is the yellow brick road. This is what I think she should do. I am curious as to what we're gonna get. What kind of incarnation of Meghan Markle is next? I think this whole thing with Gwyneth Paltrow is very odd. But then again, I think Meghan Markle's most of her career is a bit odd. So let's see what happens. Let me know what you guys think of this. I mean, no, I don't know how many of you saw this coming with the whole Gwyneth Paltrow thing. I'm not really a Gwyneth Paltrow fan. I feel like she's somewhat pretentious, a lot pretentious. The Goop and the Goop thing aside, like I didn't like her when she was with Brad Pitt. I think she's a great actress. I never saw Shakespeare in Love. But I did like her in Seven. I do like her in the other movies that I have seen her in. She's Hollywood legacy family. So, she does have, the chops. She's got the pedigree. She is a Hollywood kid. We have a Hollywood kid, a kid who grew up in Hollywood, but I just don't like her. I'm not really fond of her. I do think that it would be very curious if she married Brad Pitt. I think that would have been a really, really interesting Hollywood couple. Perhaps we will do a what if reading on that if they had stayed together. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of Gwyneth Paltrow. Let me know what you think of Goop. Let me know what you think is behind this. I know a lot of you are psychics that watch me. A lot of you are readers, novice readers, intermediate readers, journeyman readers, and expert readers. So I want to know what you guys think about this and what you think is going to be the outcome of this, because it is an evolving story. I do feel there's a little bit of an energy shift with this action that took place. I don't think that it was calculated. I think the Vanity Fair article was in earnest. I think that when Gwyneth Paltrow wrote or when she interviewed and said she really didn't know her and really didn't have much to do with her, I think that was in earnest. So I think this was something that came up and they said, well, why don't we do this together? Very curious, more so on Gwyneth's part. I think Gwyneth is trying to put Meghan in a certain place. I don't think she's competition, but I think her ego says, well, let me manage this business for this gal and stick her over here. So you guys let me know what you think. You tell me if you think that that's what was going on. But I will see you guys in the future. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to join us tonight with Sassy and Shameless. We are going to girlfriend it up. You guys know I talk about Kathy all the time. She was one of my oldest friends. We went to kindergarten together. I may even show you our kindergarten picture. She looks exactly the same. I look like a dork, but she looks exactly the same. So we may look at that. I think who was it? Miss Layton was Mrs. Layton was our kindergarten teacher. So I may pop that class picture up just for fun, but we're gonna have a good time. And like I said, we're gonna introduce them. You're gonna find out what they do, and then we're gonna do some reading. So please join us 6 o'clock New York time tonight. It's Friday. I'm recording this on Thursday, but tonight I will see you guys in the future. Thanks so much.